More of The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts on News Radio 570 WSYR on 106.9 FM and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You found your golden nugget on the weekend. It's talk radio the way it used to be, and we talk to local people who have businesses, people who actually make the wheels of commerce go round here in Syracuse and Central New York. We are The Local Show, Tom and Steve from Zoe Advertising, and right now we bring a new person onto the show. We're going to talk with Daniel Hartnett, or Hartnett, I should say, right? It's not Hartnett.
Hartnett.
It is Hartnett?
Hartnett, yes.
Okay, well, it's spelled absolutely wrong. just so we're clear. Owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, BHHSCNYRealty.com. Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
All right, so we got
Hardnet.
We'll check the rest of the stats as we go along.
Has anybody ever got that wrong before?
I'm sure they have.
Okay.
Probably intentionally not.
Definitely Hartnett. I got to change that so that when I wrap things up, I say it the right way. Hartnett. So tell me, Daniel, are you from Syracuse?
Dan is fine. And,
okay.
Yes, born and raised in Syracuse, New York. Lived here my whole life.
Where'd you go to high school?
Which side of town?
Well, from the Strathmore section over on the west side.
Oh, the beautiful Strathmore. Yes, very familiar with it.
Yeah. So I grew up there with 8 brothers and sisters. And,
golly. You had to be around the block from Joni Mahoney.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, my cousins had 12 kids, and they were on the same street. So
a lot of big families.
My wife, the Goshers, they were on West Onondaga, down a few from Strathmore. So
they went to Rosary.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Judy, Jim, and Sherry, and Mary, the whole gang.
The name is very familiar. I remember seeing a few of them in school.
Probably saw them and said, "Oh my gosh."
Yes, can't help yourself. The Goshers,
There you go. There's another straight line. There we go.
Good. Very good.
All done.
Good. Yeah,
well, that's good.
I've been in Syracuse my whole life and been in the real estate business since 1982, which means I'm old.
Yeah, that's when I graduated high school. Right, 82.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Well, it started out when I started out.
Yes.
Interest rates were about 18%,
right?
And I sold a lot of houses.
Thank you, Jimmy Carter. Sorry. Just saying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said
that. Isn't that something?
That happened. But people, it doesn't matter what interest rates are. People are always buying and selling and moving for whatever reason.
Sure.
You have 9 kids, you're going to have to move to get a bigger house, right?
Where did you start? What side of town did you start on?
I started over... I started on Onondaga Hill. There was an office there, and at that time it was Gallinger Real Estate.
Oh, yes, I do remember Gallinger, yeah.
And I was with Gallinger. John Gallinger was a great guy, very fair man, bright guy. I was with him for 14 years.
Okay.
And learned a lot in that time.
Yeah.
Sold a lot of houses. I wound up working with some builders. Some of whom didn't listen to what I told them.
And they're no longer builders?
So they're like creative directors. Sorry.
You're right. Sure.
No longer around. But then I wound up doing some building myself. I had a partner, and we built quite a few townhouses over in Camillus. That worked out great.
Nice. Are they still standing?
They're still standing.
Well, you must have done a good job. Yeah.
That's right. Still a little shaky, but they're still standing.
And he mentioned before we started here that he does business with Geddes, had done business with Geddes Federal in the past.
I've done a lot of business with Geddes Federal. They've been great to me. They've been great to my family and the business.
Yeah, that's
pretty
cool.
We love those guys.
Wonderful. So you've always been in real estate. You didn't go to college for engineering and turn it around?
No, although it is unusual. Most people in the real estate business, it's a second career.
Right, yeah, it's something else. Yeah.
And we enjoy that. We've got quite a few teachers, and we've got some engineers. Teachers are great. Hairdressers are great. They're used to being in that comfort zone.
Right, yeah.
But teachers are very articulate, and they can deliver the message the way they should. Nurses are always great.
So tell us what's happening in the housing market. Bring us up to speed. Give us all the answers. Buy, sell, high, low. What is going on?
Buy, sell, yes.
Yeah, buy, sell, yeah.
That's correct.
Either way, he makes money.
More of that. Well, it's been post-COVID, which nobody knew what was going to happen with COVID. And we were in some crazy rules and regulations and all
we hadn't noticed.
All conflicting. But it came down that New York State said, well, you can't go into a house with a buyer.
Oh,
so
I
you
remember
have to,
that.
Open the door for them and let them go through. And
you had to be triple masked. And
yeah, exactly. And have your buyer just go up and talk to the seller, which is we don't like to do that. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. So that's why we're the intermediaries, and we work out pretty well. But those rules have calmed down now. But post-COVID, there was just not enough inventory, and there were many buyers out there who were kind of locked in their house and said,
"Are prices on homes going to come down because they did go way up? Is that going to level?"
Your crystal ball is about as good as mine. Okay, I'm assuming that they will eventually come. They'll stabilize. Right now, we get a listing for sale, a nice house. If it's priced right, you wind up with many, many buyers. I've heard up to like 35 offers on a single house.
Oh, my goodness.
It was priced
Is that still going on?
Not to that degree.
Okay.
It's not surprising to have multiple offers, but just not crazy numbers.
And people are foregoing home inspections just to be in on the sale. It's crazy.
Well, we clearly suggest don't do that.
Jeez, isn't that
you have to really know what you're getting into. Always have a home inspection, even if it's not to do with the deal, just so you can budget going forward. They haven't made the perfect house yet, so you might want to.
Are you currently looking to attract other realtors to work on your team?
Absolutely.
So this is your brokerage?
This is my brokerage.
Okay.
I have 8 offices.
8 offies?
I have.
You're really successcal. Yeah.
Well, I owe a lot of money.
They're all in the same house, Tom. No.
We go from Watertown, Oswego, Utica, Skaneateles, Camillus, North Syracuse, Fayetteville, and
You did name 8. I was counting. I was going to leave him hanging.
Is that 8? Let me.
Yeah, right.
So take my shoes off.
What makes someone? Why would someone want to work for your team? They have a lot of options.
Well, there's quite a few options. We've got a phenomenal. We're more of a family-oriented brokerage. We've got a lot of support. Our staff is there. Berkshire Hathaway. When I bought the franchise, when I bought the company, it was a Prudential franchise.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Berkshire Hathaway purchased the Prudential brand.
I gotcha.
And they really did a great job with all of their support, their back office and support for agents and learning and support in every way.
Right.
So that's why people should go over there, and you get the support. Do you help with leads? Do you feed them?
If we didn't, we'd be in big trouble.
Oh,
It'd be a ghost town. But
he's not in big trouble. He's got 8 offices. Sounds like business has been good for you.
Business has been very, very good. This is last year was our best year ever. This year we're ahead of where we were.
Look at that. Despite COVID and all that, somebody who's actually got a positive
and coming on the show, that didn't kill him either. This is great.
This is wonderful. I'll be on tomorrow. No problem. Let me know when you have an opening.
Well, we'd love to have you on all the time. Remember, no project's too big, no fee is too big. So stay with us, okay?
We'll do.
Thank you, Dan. That's Dan Hartnett, right?
There you go.
There we go. Owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services right there. BHHSCNYRealty.com. Thanks, Dan, and have a great rest of the day.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's going to wrap up the local show. That means, guys, you don't have to listen to Steve anymore.
Oh, come on, Tom. It's time. Everybody knows it's time to watch football at the weekend. And
there you go.
Go fishing.
Eat some chicken wings and enjoy yourself. Thank you, Steve. God bless you and your families. Get some physical activity today and every day. Eat well and stay focused on that healthy living. The local show can be heard every Saturday morning from 11 to 1 and then again on Sunday morning from 7 to 9. Listen together with a friend. Until next week, make sure you get down to business and keep doing business locally. Tell your friends about the local show right here on 570 WSYR, 106.9 FM, and streaming everywhere on the iHeart Radio app.